30 feet of fence was just completely taken out, like 10 feet of bamboo. We had like a bamboo privacy fence between our house and our neighbor's house as well, and like it was, you know, like 10 square feet of bamboo, like a foot wide in a line, like 10 feet of bamboo just like literally torn out of the ground, like root clusters and everything. I don't know if you've ever tried to remove bamboo, like actually remove it instead of just cutting it down, but it's a huge pain. Like the root clusters are really, really big and fairly deep.
Yeah, removing bamboo is awful. Can confirm.
So, apparently what happened, a police officer came back to the door like later that week to check on us. So, oh yeah, we also had like a notice on our door with like, you've been the victim of a crime. Here's the California California Victims Bill of Rights. So if you are curious about all of the rights that victims have in California, I can tell you all 17 of them. So, but anyways, cops showed up later that week, and I asked them what happened. And apparently what happened was they pulled over a Jeep on the street leading up to mine. So, and it wasn't clear to me if they had a warrant for the driver, just a warrant for the Jeep. But the Jeep had 2 people in it, a man and a woman. The woman was driving, and she pulled over and got out of the car and surrendered herself into police custody. And the man decided that perhaps he was not done. And so he like shifted over into the driver's seat of the Jeep from the passenger seat where he had been sitting before and drove off. But he kept on going down the street onto my street, and I live on a dead-end cul-de-sac. So he got to the end of the cul-de-sac, realized he couldn't go any further because there was no path out, you know, as is the nature of dead-end cul-de-sacs. And so he turned around and tried to go the other way, only to discover that the police who had pulled him over originally were in fact still there 30 seconds later. He had not sufficiently shed all of the heat from getting pulled over yet. And so he reversed down the street again, and then decided that in the nature of action movies everywhere, he would pull that universal shortcut where like you drive through someone's yard and like cut across and get out onto a parallel street. And so he tried to drive through my yard, drove through the fence, and then drove right into the bamboo with this big ass silver Jeep, tore out the bamboo, and then the airbags deployed, and he was apprehended into police custody. So.
Oh, Merry Christmas indeed.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. And the cop was like, we really didn't expect him to do that because the only thing we had on him at the time was like a warrant for theft, which is like, you know, like in the grand scheme of things, it's honestly not that big of a deal.
Yeah, it probably didn't necessitate what he did, but you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes you make a bad thing worse.
Yeah, sometimes you make a bad thing worse.
Well, that's definitely a lot of adventure. You've had so much homeowning adventure. Do you feel like a veteran homeowner at this point with the house fire nearby and having a car go across? Yeah.
I feel extremely like a veteran homeowner now. I've learned so much about all of these jokes.
Yeah, I can't really say I've had too much interesting. My area of the world is, I don't know, pretty boring. I feel like Philadelphia sucks all the energy out. As everything weird happens in Philadelphia, which is fine.
You can go home, courier.
Yeah, it's the Lonesome Road. Isn't this like a... What? I feel like I have a song in my brain. Is it like a Green Day song about walking a road or something?
Green Day Road.
Isn't that a song?
Boulevard of Broken Dreams?
Yeah, I think it's Boulevard of Broken Dreams is what I'm thinking of, probably. That was a band I never really listened to. Yeah, you walk a lonely road. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. That's the lyric. I was like, what's the lyric? It's not lonesome, but it's close.
Yeah. Oh no, what did Icy do to your house?
Oh god, what did you do to my house? What was the thing? I'm trying to think of it now. I don't know. Oh yeah, I guess anything to do with doors, for sure, probably.
Doors are very hard.
Doors are difficult.
I mean, it's like, I don't know.
Oh
Doors
yeah,
are
well, I
definitely
don't
the
know.
Dark
The
Souls of
AC wasn't
houses.
really. I mean, that air conditioning unit was already on the fritz anyway. The pipes. What happened to the pipes? Do I know about this? Wait a second. What happened to pipes?
Jelly's like, oh shit.
God.
Did something happen to my pipes?
What is going? I'm not sure about this.
Oh no.
The pipes are calling. The AC was not your fault.
Maybe
But what about the
Icy's having a
pipes,
pipe
though?
dream.
Wait, what about the pipes?
Yo, good night, Xeon. I hope you sleep well.
Yeah, good night, Zion.
I hope you enjoyed the Coca stories.
I hope you are as healthy as you want to be. I hope you are efficiently healthy. This is how I feel about tests. I think you should always strive to be efficient in your test, which is to say you should get exactly the score you need to pass and not work any harder. This is the PMC way. Okay. Oh, when you create the clog thing. Oh yeah, I don't know. The clogs happen anyway, just because of tree roots getting into the sewer line going out of the house. So I don't know. I'm not gonna hold you to account for that. It does make the basement sell because, you know, drain pipes typically aren't. They aren't designed even to be perfectly watertight all around. It's just they're designed to let things flow out of the house. And so if you have a backup and they leak a little bit, then you know you get sewer water in your basement. It's not great, but you live. Encrypted beyond your ability to hack.
Oh shit.
They don't know who I am.
You have to break the encrypt. Ah, God.
Yeah, I
See,
know,
like
right?
this is the problem with doors. Like that is a Bluetooth-enabled door right there, and you can't open it. It sucks to suck, man.
I'm amazed that so many of these doors work in the apocalypse, because like there's so many moving parts, and like
Yeah.
regular ass doors are already hard enough.
Yeah, well, Fred, they have, you know, the basement and then the sub-basement B.
Two basements. Yeah. Crawl spaces are the weirdest. The real wild card. You never know what's gonna go on with those.
Wait, hang on. So when you pick a lock,
Yes.
you put a tension wrench in the lock,
Yes.
and then you put a screwdriver in the lock.
Yes. Simple.
How do you move the pins?
Well, very carefully.
Because like what you've done here is you've taken two tools to apply tension to the lock, and no tools to open the lock. Yeah, like see, look at that water bottle. Like that water bottle is just garbage,
That was soda.
trash,
That was a Nuka-Cola quartz.
and it's trash. Nice, you unlocked the bot.
Yeah, I got this bot.
The bot's all like, "Hey man, do you want to be famous?"
Oh, do we have I always love it when the DLC for this game retcons in a justification for why bottle caps are accepted as currency, and it is once again doing it. Turns out that the counterfeit-proof pay shits are exactly the same shape and size as ordinary bottle caps. Great. You can't get any more whiskey than you did from the first one. Damn. That sucks. Hello, bot. You gonna wake up? Wow.
The bot is 100% going to offer to sell you followers.
Yep.
Ralphie! Fly far, fly fast!
Uh-huh. Okay. Well, we're having a normal one here. this silo must have some pretty advanced engineering facilities to remote scan you and build copies. Yeah, sure. That's what me, a smart person, would say. How do you feel about robots beeping as communication and people being able to understand that? Like, do you think R2-D2 beeping and people understanding that is enjoyable as a fictional concept?
Yeah, I'm okay with it. My big thing
Yeah.
about robots is that I feel like overall a lot of fictional robots are really just too tied to this concept of like bipedal bodies.
This is Dr. Whitley.
And I really enjoy when robots like move away from
That should ensure
that paradigm.
activity and control. Eddie,
So when I was playing Destiny a lot, my first character was an Exo, which is the robot class, or the robot race, I guess.
full success on
And
3-6
the Exo model that I used was the one which did not have like two eyes, like two light bulbs in the face for eyes.
job team.
Because I was like, this is a robot. Like it doesn't need to have, you know, like a humanoid face. It could have anything. And so I wanted to go with the option that like really, like unironically, really sort of explored the space of what a face could be.
No, that's fair. I think you can. I mean, we all know robot dogs are useful as opposed to robot birds. So I feel like
That's
there's
true.
a lot of things you could do, a lot of directions you could go in. I feel like it's people talking to the dogs. They don't actually know what they're saying, just guessing. Yeah, I think that's right. I
think
don't
that's
know.
pretty fair. That seems
Sometimes
like
I
a
feel
good
like,
interpretation of it to me.
yeah, I feel like it's very common to have the robot that speaks in obscenities or something, and then you're like, hey R2-D2, don't curse off this person. Like that's not nice. And I feel like that requires a more specific use of language than just like robot expressing negativity or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also
it's-
kind of like the whole, you know, it just gives people space to sort of apply their own interpretation of the personality to the robot, which is kind of nice. Like maybe that's like a writing hack or a writing shortcut, I guess. But I don't know. I think it's fun.
All right. Well, apparently we have a special hacking robot now. So
Oh, nice.
yeah, you love to see it. Robot. Oh boy. Here we go. Here we go.
Well, you had a special
Yeah.
hacking robot.
It almost worked. See, you can
Yeah, that
you
is-
can charge your water bottle like that.
Definitely, that is
You-
definitely hacking right there.
Oh, we turned the silo's power back on? That seems like a bad idea. Is that a missile? Is this a good idea? Are we gonna play with nukes? Maybe that's a bad thing. I mean, although I guess from from Fallout 76, the game where you could just start nuking again. Hey, we had nuclear war, it killed everyone. What if we just did more nukes? That's a good thing, right? I don't know about that.
I mean, you can't have too much of a good thing, right?
Right,
So-
but are nukes a good thing?
But you can't have too much of a good thing.
Last night, me and Icy watched Wonder Woman 1984 or
Oh, yeah?
whatever.
How was it?
It is okay.
Okay.
is how I would put it. I think the biggest issue is it's one of those films where like it's just trying to do too much. I think where it's like, you know, I think DC films have always had this ambition for wanting to be the Marvel films, and so they're like, we're gonna set up a bunch of things for future films, and this will obviously pay off. But
Yeah.
it doesn't if the film isn't good.
Yeah, I actually don't know why, like, the Marvel Cinematic Universe turned into such a big thing, and DC just, like, never managed to get there.
I feel like it's luck. I feel like they got some like good actors in some okay movies, and that was enough, you know? Like, think about how hungry people were for Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, and like that was a blazing success, those first 2 movies, and all they had to do was just improve on that, and like actually that's not that hard.
Did Disney buy Marvel before the MCU was a thing? I'm not sure if that's the case, actually. Because the MCU started with like Iron Man, right?
I think so. Is 2008 Iron Man the first one? Or because I thought technically, like, if you really wanted to be a weird ass lore stickler, then was the Edward Norton Hulk technically a part of it or not? I forget.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not an MCUologist.
Yeah.
When did Disney buy Marvel? When did Disney buy Marvel? 2009.
Okay, so it was like would have been right after
when
then.
When did the MCU start?
Right, because Iron Man 1 is 2008. Oh, okay.
Yep.
That's a weird film to watch. I tried to watch that on a flight, I think, when I was coming back from TwitchCon, and like it's got real bad mid-2000s vibes.
Oh yeah, no, I'm sure.
Yeah, right. They were because Iron Man 1 did have the post-credit scene with Samuel L. Jackson, right? So like they put down some potential future stuff, but like it wasn't to the extent that these comic book movies do it now. Does anyone watch CW shows though? Like I don't know if I've met anyone who watches CW shows.
I watched Arrow for a while.
Okay.
Like a couple seasons of it. But I did not watch it when it was like part of the whole connected Arrowverse
What the
thing.
hell do you think you're doing?
Which, yeah, was sort of another attempt of DC's to have
Orders from Colonel
a larger connected universe.
feels the iBot Duraframe project.
I have
isn't
heard good things
advancing
about the
quickly
Harley
enough.
Quinn animated show.
On to-
It's true. I see
You didn't even disengage.
people on
his
Something
damage
Awful
avoidance
rave about that
protocols.
all the time.
You're hurting him.
Don't be ridiculous. It's just a
Icy's mother.
See here, I've already increased the navigation system's efficiency by 65%.
Yeah, but I always make fun. Like part of the reason I said no one watches CW shows was because I was implying again, once again, that I'm
At
bullying
least
Blind
until
Wave.
I tell the
Oh,
curse.
what I
see.
like to do.
I see.
Yeah, it's a gimmick.
You were doing a bit, is what you were
We're
doing.
doing a bit. Look, we're always on that bit. Is what we do.
You are known for bits. Fuck, I would tip you bits right now and I don't have any. Shit.
Wow, do you kiss your mother with that mouth? Like, what is going on in this dialogue?
Wait, I have 10.
You know, I didn't realize this dialogue would go so far in this direction of the robot making noises and me like responding like I know what it's saying. But like we're really going deep on that. I apparently called that shot.
Christ, how do you give someone bits?
Oh, how do you give someone bits? I don't know, dog. I feel like there was a time when you could watch like advertisements. Oh, do you have to like? Oh, how do you give someone bits like after you buy them? There you go.
I was like /cheer /tip /bits. Meanwhile, they're just putting me on blast, which is all like, I don't know what that means, man. Dog, I don't understand you.
No, but I mean, thank you for the 10 bits, and you once again got to hear my. It happened once or twice during episodes of Overboost. Yeah, God, I should probably change the graphic, but all the sound effects are good. All the cheer like sound alerts, I think I'm happy with those. I don't need to change those. Just
I actually have your stream on mute right now.
yeah, I expected that. 'Cause,
So yeah, because otherwise we get all sorts of weird feedback and it's just a
Yeah.
real sad time.
Yeah. Very good. Sometimes you just have to do that. Sometimes you have to route sound in weird ways. Yo. Okay, thank you for the
Oh,
110
damn.
bits. Going in hard.
My guy just going wild.
Dedicated to the bit. There's a lot of terminals here. Oh, I guess I just destroyed that bot. Oh, good night.
Oh, rip.
Good night, sweet prince. I guess this is the way forward. There was another door downstairs. This is always the thing I'm doing in RPGs where, you know, you come to a fork in the road here. Like, I turn this corner and there are 2 doors. And so I try to guess which door is not, like, the main path forward. So then I can take that path. And you never know, like, right? You never know what it's going to be.
You never know, like, am I continuing or, like, is this just, like, a regression?
That one was very good, that pit alert. Oh, boy.
I'm surprised that you have trouble with this, though, because, like, canonically, don't you just always go left? I thought that was a thing.
Yeah, well, so I thought the silo would just be, like, a showpiece. Like, just sort of, you could walk in and inspect it visually, but you wouldn't actually be able to progress. Like, there wouldn't actually be a fully functional stairwell ascending the silo to somewhere else.
Right, it would just be, like, you know, a decorational stairwell.
Exactly. But I was wrong. There are, you know, my house is protected. There are stairs.
A stairwell just for the atmosphere.
How do you feel about this one as a hacking game? I feel like this is actually like one of the hacking games that holds up better, like, over the course of a game.
What, just fucking running strings on the binary?
Yeah, like compared to like pipes in BioShock or something, you know, or the Deus Ex modern hacking game.
Yeah, that's fair. This is one which more closely resembles a thing that somebody might actually... What I really want is, like, I'm sure someone's built this actually, a mod that just, like, takes a Zachtronics game and puts it into Fallout 4 or Fallout New Vegas as the hacking game. Like, oh, you want to open this door? Better complete this level of TIS 100.
Oh, we got a nail gun now. What is this? We got new weapons. What is this? All right, you talked me into it. I don't know if I would put nails into like a magazine like that, but sure, why not? ME2's match the code seemed good. Oh yeah, Mass Effect 2's was pretty okay. But I mean, the real crown jewel of Mass Effect 2 was the scanning for resources minigame. That one was ridiculous. You're ridiculous. Too many Rocket League pop-offs. I mean, look, here's the thing about me in multiplayer games is that I care way more about popping off than actually playing the game. So, like, you know, Rocket League was a good time for that.
Gotta take those victories where you can get them,
Where
man.
you can get them.
It's not about who wins, it's about who pops off the hardest.
Exactly. Get shower to make Diego his bread pudding. That's a good idea.
Damn, Diego gets bread pudding too? Holy
Apparently,
shit.
yeah. Cyberpunk has a good hacking minigame. Fuck yeah, that's I mean, good. Like, you would, if I were to make a Cyberpunk game, I would probably try to care about what the hacking was like, because you'd probably want people to do it.
Yeah, that's
Presumably.
true.
This is why we don't play games together. What do you mean this is why we don't play games together?
Is Icy not a fan of the pop-offs?
Do you not like
Wait,
me
does
popping
Icy
off?
pop on?
We were moving some stuff around in the house, and we moved some of the board games around, and she lamented the fact that I'm not so much of a board game person. And I was like, well, we did play Scrabble together once. And she said, you know, it's like, well, yeah, and I won. But I reminded her that I almost bluffed my way into winning by having her not do her final turn, because she almost didn't realize that she actually did have enough points to win. So,
Oh man, Robo Rally is a good game. You should play Robo Rally with
yeah, I
Icy.
have a copy of Robo Rally. That's like one of the,
Do
like
you
the
really?
three. Yeah, like the 3 board games that I actually own are like Robo Rally. I have a base set for Dominion,
Damn.
and like I want to say I have like a copy of Risk from my childhood or something. Like when I was like a teenager, I had a copy of Risk, and I think it's like the three. Yeah.
I have a copy of the Metal Gear Solid 4 variant of Risk that Peach gave me for Christmas one year.
Yeah, the junk in this game is not used a lot. I've been, you know, so I've been comparing this playthrough to my Fallout 3 playthrough from last year, and I feel like in Fallout 3, again, I played Fallout 3 a year ago, so I don't remember how, you know, how it worked exactly, but I remember caring way more about junk in Fallout 3 because I feel like they really guided you towards doing like crafting stuff. Crafting is still around in this game, but like definitely not to the same extent. Is less of a concern, I feel like. For me anyway, a person who just sort of stumbles around blindly. I'm sure you could do it if you really wanted.
1 second, Turret just woke up, so I'm gonna go see if she wants coffee.
Okay, that's a good plan.
I will be back.
All right, yeah, this guy, speaking of nails, it looks like this man got nailed. Yeah, this man, oh. What? Oh. What? Oh, is Edie fighting something? You had weapon crafting in 3. It's one of tons of crafting options. No 70 use on special. Yeah, that's what it seemed like to me. Again, I'm not an expert on this game, but it seemed like the major thing was, did you specialize in the you know, crafting? Otherwise, probably not so much of the thing. Want to sing Battleships of Children. A valid feeling. Yo, good morning, Turret. Well, that was unexpected. I did not expect a sentry bot to attack me. I probably should have, though. The game was definitely hinting at it. Ooh. Just a knife sticking out of the sentry bot. That's okay. That's fine. Oh, yeah, it's true. People were very impressed with Coco's voice.
I'm back.
Ooh,
Is
back.
Turret in chat now, and she's going to put me on blast.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes to everything.
Good morning, Turret. Let me know if you want coffee at some point.
Do you have any hot? What is your most anticipated upcoming game? Coca, give me your hottest take here.
Oh, geez, I don't know if I have any games that I'm really. Bayonetta 3.
Ooh, Bayonetta 3. Has there been news on that? Does that game
No.
still exist? No. Oh
No,
boy.
there's been zero news on it.
Okay.
I think they confirmed that it's still in development, but like there's been no announcements, no trailers or anything.
Mm. Sometimes it'd be like that.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to playing Yakuza 7, which I started a couple days ago.
Now you said you did start it. So how do you feel about
Yes.
the differences so far? How do you feel about being in a different genre?
I'm okay with it, to be honest. I feel like they did a lot with Kiryu's story, and they did explore a lot of space with the combat of the original 6 Yakuza games. But I can also see how, like, you know, sometimes it's nice to when you want to end one story and definitively start something new, it can be really nice to just sort of change everything up. And what I really, really like about Yakuza is the setting and the environment and the characters, and I think all of that is still going to be there.
Yeah, no, from what I've watched of it so far, it definitely seems like it still has a lot of that same attitude, which is good. Like, it's still, you know, different genre, but like it is truly the same series in a lot of the aesthetic.
I'm really excited to play more BPM, I think.
Oh yeah. You know, that was it doesn't look like quite my thing, but I had watched you know, run of that Bullets did when I was prepping for his Overboost interview. And it was definitely interesting. Like it wasn't immediately apparent to me. I mean, like I kind of knew, like I figured it out soon enough. But the way that the beat ties into the shooting was like, oh, this is a cute mashup. I see what you're doing.
Yeah. Like it's not. It's basically like Doom by way of Crypt of the Necrodancer, and just like the way when you get really into it. And, you know, you're weaving dashes in between your reloads to sort of buy space while also getting more bullets in your gun and just, like, really nailing the beat every time. It feels really, really good. Like, when you get into it, it's a really, really engaging experience. It also helps that the music is very nicely done and, like, the loops are very engaging. So it's always really easy to sort of anticipate what in the music is coming up and then orchestrate ways in which your actions will engage with that music in a pleasing way.
Yeah, no, because that's the thing, right? Is that like once you get comfortable with it, like this is the thing of like music generally, of course, is that you get to speak the language, and in this case, you get to shoot in time and sort of lay out your actions ahead of time, which is when you really get to sort of craft solutions and have some fun.
Yeah. The end result is that it just makes you feel really good when you pull it off. So just like, all of those really choreographed action sequences in movies where like everything is done and it matches up with the beat. Like if you ever watched Baby Driver, they did that a lot.
I have not. I've heard good things about that film.
It's a really cute film. I like it a lot. So, but they have a couple of gunfights later in the movie, like spoiler alert, crime is bad.
Crime is bad? Are you sure?
Crime is bad and will only result in bad things. So like you have characters who are criminals and things go poorly, and they end up shooting each other. But like the entire concept of Baby Driver is that Baby's life is like essentially driven by the beat of the music that he's listening to. So, and they do that in various ways. Like in the opening, he's walking down the streets of Atlanta, and, like there's graffiti on street signs and stuff that calls out to the lyrics at the moment of the song that he's listening to. So, and it's a really well done thing. So, but there's a gunfight later in the movie where, like, the guns act as the percussion for the song, and BPM is just like that constantly.
Yeah, that definitely, I can see that. I try not to loot bodies for human flesh. That seems a bit dark. I'm really confused by how this thing is like on an angle, and I can't tell if like I'm broken or or what, or if I'm just living in G4 camera zone now.
Oh, like how the yeah, no, I see it.
Yeah, it's just like I mean, I guess it's just.
Are you looking at it through a fisheye lens?
Maybe.
Just got that head tilt.
Yeah, sometimes I am just on tilt. That's just how it is. That's how it be.
Programmer's Digest.
Yeah, it's when you want to up your programming ability, but only for a short amount of time. I like to imagine that's because eventually your programming knowledge becomes obsolete,
Yeah, no, that's very
That's
true.
why it only works for a short period of time, because then you have to get another magazine.
Well, eventually you're like, oh, fuck. Like, I'm not writing code which is type safe, and then you just, like, go to a functional language, and then you have to start all over.
Truly a nightmare. Imagine doing that.
Happy beeping.
There's your signal. Faint, but there. Just like NCR. Voice without fire, without strength. Sick. Her tales of you walking the Mojave. Giving the two-headed bear strength. Giving hollow men like Kimball, like Crocker, half the life Hanlon had. Now, let's test
We
that
would play
strength,
Overcooked.
that
I could be talked into
conviction.
that.
Courier.
I don't know if I ever played Overcooked.
I mean, I haven't
Oh, wow.
either, but I would be.
Alright.
I could be talked into it.
Is Frayed going to make Overcooked his sub pick now?
Maybe, you know, that could happen. We'll see.
Among all those in the shadow of the bear. You know their flag. A bear with two heads.
I could for sure be talked into playing Overcooked with Fretzel and Trilogy.
One head then. Better off for it.
A bear with two heads.
Yeah, a bear with two
Speaks to their
heads.
spirit. They're split like any two-headed animal, trying to go in different directions.
Now, I know a cat with two heads leads to nothing but disaster. I don't know about a bear with two
Only
heads.
gets you sand between your fingers, or over your grave.
Well, I think if we were to all play together, we probably have to play the PC version, right?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. I don't think
Does
we want to
Fretzel need
switch.
to borrow
Yeah.
his brother's computer light?
Fretzel's gonna have to arrange. So, Fretzel, do you still need to like hold up your computer screen with you know, like a thing full of quarters or whatnot?
Jesus Christ, Fretzel.
In college, Fretzel's laptop at one point had like a broken hinge, and so in order to keep his laptop screen propped up, he would just sit like a heavy object behind it, and so like at one point it was just a coin bank with quarters.
I'm a courier. Courier 6.
I'm dying to know what funny story Fretzel is typing right now.
Like you.
Yeah, I'm very curious as well.
Not like you. In all the ways that
Broke
matter.
probably water damage.
Spent too many years looking for you. Now letting
Probably
you
because he didn't
come
charge
to
his
me.
water bottle.
Talk and
Right, well, I mean, you can't expect a water bottle to hold water.
in you. Hard to kill. Storms, bullets, sand and wind.
There's just like water dripping out of the backpack. He's like, oh yeah, it's probably the water.
Words are the only way couriers meet. Sometimes it's the paths we walk, but no.
Oh, you're using it in tablet mode. Okay. How is a Surface?
My voice.
I had almost thought about replacing my laptop a year or two ago, but then I've ended up just borrowing Icy's laptop when I need a laptop. So
I've been to your home. The place you
is that a good product, Fretzel?
may not be the place you were born.
I've heard it doesn't handle water well, apparently.
Apparently not.
Yeah.
Maybe you kept it charged.
People forget couriers can keep
Currently being propped up on your ukulele stand.
They're gone, and their breath catches
Yeah,
in
that
your
tracks.
throat. Not my given name. Close enough. Took it from history. Found it in a book.
Man, are really this guy Ulysses really doing this? Do I have to go find James Joyce's grave and I don't know, nuke it or something to fix this
Set
issue?
fire to itself. He made a mark without being myth. Had to fight during a time when his world had
Wait, hang on. If the answer is broadly yes, what was the question again? Was the question, do you need to borrow your brother's computer
Oh,
light?
I think maybe the answer was, is the Surface a good product? And I think the answer is maybe broadly yes.
This is what happens when we just pepper Fretzel with questions all the time.
No, I couldn't. And I'm thinking you can't kill me either. If you did, you'd answer for it. Just as I would.
I would not ask Coca
Killing for you.
to be a firefighter because I think
That's
he
one
would
of the
just start
things
fires.
You taught me. Killing is personal. Those vows, promises,
I think Turret would probably be unhappy if I was a firefighter.
then the first.
Really?
Yeah, one of the big takeaways from the whole experience was that Turret doesn't like it when I run into houses that are on.
What kind of world would this be if Courier killed Courier? You've got enough distance ahead of you. Save your breath for the road. Don't
She says yes. She's not saying it in chat, but she did say
Okay.
yes. I could hear
All
her.
right. That's fair. That's fair.
All right, Courier. If the why of it matters to you. Meant to? No.
Too
Never.
dangerous. I mean, lots of jobs are. I feel like the idea of what is and isn't dangerous is often strange because I feel like sometimes people try to attach risk to some work more than other.
And while the chip is
Like the most dangerous jobs are,
ghosts,
you know, like logging and trash collection and things like that, you know.
ever could be.
I guess firefighting probably has some
deep-sea
danger.
fishing.
Each other,
Yeah, deep sea fishing.
I think there is actually an element of danger to firefighting.
I guess so.
waiting for you to wake something else up.
It did not strike me as a dangerous thing to do in the moment, but in retrospect, like that house really was filled with smoke. And
Yeah,
there
that's-
actually was a room that was like filled with fire. So
And you did not dance into the fire.
I did not dance into the fire.
It's probably for the best.
We all have death following us. Only a question of how close. You dodged it.
You've had unfortunate hardware issues, like spilling water on the keyboard or
Yeah,
other
I mean, like,
things.
did you think that it was a water-cooled laptop?
Chip weighing you down.
What are these unfortunate hardware issues?
Lets death move a little faster without me pulling the trigger.
Oh, faulty hardware. Okay. What? I've never seen this brand name before. Afraid.
Quosmios?
Cosmios. I feel like it's like
Quosmios.
my new laptop brand. Ideas Mio or something. Like.
There are no Google reserve.
To others,
Hang on, okay.
and Mojave dangerous enough.
Holy shit, it's actually a
Oh, it's
thing.
a Samsung gaming laptop. Okay.
Oh, it's Quosmio.
We would have met sooner. Not sure that's the way this
The
ends.
Cosmio series, Dynabook Cosmio in Japan, was Toshiba's consumer-marketed line of high-performance desktop replacement laptops. Fuck.
The robot with you. All of them are machines.
Holy shit.
Radios. Old world tech reshaped with
Why
new
did
hands.
Toshiba decide to name it this?
Couriers carry
I still think
messages.
the worst laptop
Seen them as I walk
brand
the
name
line,
I've ever
tending
seen
other
was the
machines.
Compaq
That
brand line, which was the Compaq Armada. Which, like, yeah, when I think of a light and mobile computer, I definitely think Armada. Good job there.
Obey you. Carry it until we are
God, is Compaq still doing things? Oh, they're part of HP.
need for it to carry.
Yeah, I was gonna say they've probably been bought and consolidated by now.
Yeah, they Wikipedia has a section called Fate,
This place
and their Fate was acquired by Hewlett-Packard, brand name retired by HP in 2013.
pride and the fear. Hope of the old world, wrapped in fencing, covered in storm. Got new inhabitants now, other than ghosts, more recent recruits.
Wait, okay, hang on. Let me just read you the first two sentences of the history of Compaq. Compaq was founded in February 1982 by Rod Kenyon, Jim Harris, and Bill Murtaugh, three senior managers from semiconductor manufacturer Texas Instruments. The three of them had left due to lack of faith and loss of confidence in Texas Instruments management, and initially considered but ultimately decided against starting a chain of Mexican restaurants.
Cast dust,
Oh,
sand,
I did not see that last part coming.
into the sky.
Yeah, so like I guess they just like fucking flipped a coin. Heads was start a chain of Mexican restaurants. Tails was start eating.
Threats, other than the storms and wind.
All right.
New inhabitants.
Each invested $1,000 to form the company, which was founded with the temporary
Not naked.
gateway technology.
Most of them.
The name Compaq was said to be derived from compatibility and quality, but this explanation was an afterthought.
Stronger.
The name was chosen from many suggested
Not bad.
by
Not bored.
Ogilvy and Mather, it being the name least rejected.
Made that equal. History's
You love.
eyes.
I love it when
Wait.
when the name they settle on is just the one that's the least. That's like how Xbox, you know.
This is the name we hate the least out of all of the ones we paid you to produce. The first Compaq PC was sketched out on a TED placemat by, and I swear to God, I am reading this as Wikipedia writes it,
Once
Ted Papajohn,
came
while dining with the founders in a pie shop named House of Pies in Houston.
their corpses. He saw mercy. Got what they deserved.
Wow.
Coming to the divide.
Oh yeah, one of the pizza box
NCR
computers.
region.
Was that ever really a formal name? I don't know what that form factor was called, where you would have like the horizontal box. But I always called it like a pizza box computer.
Collapsing beneath them. Once under different flags.
Oh, there actually is a guy named Ted Papajohn. Holy shit.
Yeah, of course there's I mean, look. Ted Papajohn, alright?
He has 2 patents, dude.
Even as the fires here burned them from within,
I mean, you know,
the winds of
the secrets of
tide
pizza.
tore their skin, exposed them, screaming to the sky. And
Wow, he
just
patented
as
a
the
personal
light
computer
hit
and a
them,
portable computer.
So they tear at each other.
Love to see it.
for
Personal
sport,
pain computer.
Like some tribal scarification. Falling back to their history. Maybe. No matter what they suffer, the radiation.
That's like one of those things where you
fire
ask like how a town got its
sustains
name,
them,
and
makes
someone
them
responds like, "Well, it
stronger.
was Stone Harbor. It's where Captain Jack Stone made his harbor." Like, shut up.
There's truth in your words.
Is this the last boss? No, this is like the beginning of the Lonesome Road DLC. I think what's happening is I went through like an introductory area, and now I'm talking to Ulysses, the original 6 carrier,
Maybe the radiation
who has been referenced since the very beginning of the playthrough.
near silos, warheads,
And I guess he's like taunting me now, so.
makes them hard to kill there. Have
But-
to draw them out.
Yeah, I think my plan right now is I'm gonna do the Lonesome Road DLC and then finish the game. So we're closing in. I would say if I had to guess, we're probably like maybe 2 to 3 streams of New Vegas left. Is my guess right now. I'm very much enjoying my time in New Vegas, but I also definitely feel like we are reaching global saturation and need to move on.
America sleeps ahead of you. Its nightmares filled with quakes, storms. You'll need to find your own path.
So how about you, Trilogy? What games are you really looking forward to in 2021?
Slumber.
I'm
What
looking
does
for
the future hold?
the full version of Teardown. I'm very I don't know if that'll come out by the end of 2021, but I think that's going to be a real big one for me.
That machine, robot with you.
Gosh, I'm
Can
not
help
really
you find the
sure.
warheads you need to
I'm trying to
destroy.
think right now.
And then trigger.
I feel like most of the big mech releases have happened. I don't know if we'll get full Phantom Brigade this year, but like I don't know. The turn-based stuff is not quite my thing.
The rest.
I don't think we have any big open world games on the horizon. You know, I mean, the big ones that were going to be released were, I mean, for better or worse, were Watch Dogs Legion and Cyberpunk. And I feel like in terms of other things in that neighborhood, I don't know. You know, it's not like there's any no new GTA, no new Watch Dogs. I mean, no new announced Just Cause, anything like that. So in terms of those popular series, obviously I'll be looking for other stuff. Oh yeah, well, Yakuza 3 to 5 are coming out on PC. I already have those on PS4, but certainly for the PC crowd, that'll be fun. I'm glad they're bringing the whole series to PC, because like
Yeah, as always, I'm just like really enchanted to
Yeah.
see this series getting new life.
Who are you?
Like it was just so underrated for so long,
You came all this way
and like
back.
really at risk of dying out.
Only girl.
And like it appears to just be charging full steam ahead now, and I think that's really, I'm really glad to see that team being so successful.
yeah, for sure.
If history matters to you,
Yeah, I guess Yakuza 0 was probably the big turning point, right? That seemed like the one that really got people to come in. Yeah.
they're lost to you.
Yeah, cause 5 like just barely got the digital release only,
Use it to keep moving and keep alive.
and then Yakuza 0 was like the big time release that I guess reignited the whole franchise.
No career.
I think the double whammy of like 0 and then Kiwami worked out really well.
Sets us
Yeah,
apart.
yeah.
Because I kind of suspect that a lot of people were like not really interested in playing Yakuza because like it's the 5th game in a series and you don't want to just jump into like what's honestly a really very lore reliant game franchise.
Curious. You walk
So and 0 was a way for people to like get back into it from the start
alone.
and not be so reliant on understanding everything before.
What I offer is the last.
Even though, to be honest, like I do feel like 0 is not really the ideal game to
If you walk the divide, turn
This is one of my hot takes on the
Ooh,
Yakuza
your hot
franchise.
take. I mean, I don't know. I'm pretty happy for me that I started with Zero. I think that really. I don't know. It's weird because in some ways you're right that Zero isn't representative of some things about the series, but also like it definitely convinced me the other ones were worth playing for the things that it do share.
I think that if Yakuza 0 consisted only of the Kiryu half, it would be a really great introduction to the series. I think that the introduction of the Majima half sort of weakens the game from that position.
If you're stronger.
So, because first of all, like the Majima half is almost completely disconnected from the Kiryu half for pretty much the entire game. Like Yakuza, like Kiryu and Majima never actually interact,
You're smart.
and they just have these other characters. And I think that there could have been another way to include the story elements of Majima's half without bringing Majima into it. And the Majima story, I just don't think it really lands for people unless you understand who Majima is later in the game. Because the entirety of the story is like, this is the journey that Majima goes on, but unless you know where that journey ends up, it's just like, oh, here's a guy who's stuck in this town. Like, I don't know why he's interesting. I don't know why we should care about him. And they're also sort of hampered a little bit by the fact that any interesting characters they introduce in Yakuza 0, by the fact that they don't appear in later games, they sort of have to die off. So like you see these really cool, really Yakuza characters in Majima's half, and then they just die, and you never see anything about them ever again in any of the... So.
Yeah, it is really, especially Majima's half, because like at least with Kiryu's half, it's kind of almost nice because you get to have a game where you're just best buds with Ishiki before one, but in Majima's half, it's like, oh, you like these characters? Bang bang. Sorry.
Yeah. What's up, Turret? What can I do for you?
Get off the goddamn call and make me some coffee. What's wrong with you? That's my impression of Turret.
Yes, I'll be right back, Trilogy.
Oh, can I now have coffee? Oh, wait, what? How did I... Oh, I guess this is just... I passed through all of that. Yeah, the bunker entrance, and now I'm all the way over here. Weird. Okay. Did not realize that the bunker path would take me all the way through. I thought I was just walking down. Garbage day. Let me pull out the nail gun. I still have not actually used it. America's bright future in your hands. I am getting irradiated. Yo, Stimpak's just laying around. Ooh, another nail gun. Thank you. I still feel like the Maria pistol is the best looking weapon in the game. Don't at me. Oh wow, its clip is 90. That's all right. That's good. I was wondering. Clip size 90. Oh yeah. What enemy type am I showing up on my radar? God, I love being blind. Pull out the repeater. Oh, is it something down here? Oh well. Alright, so this is the west entrance. Okay, so there's stuff forking off in either direction. No? Right, so this is going to be the loading base. What quest do I have right now? Good job. Find the laser detonator. Alright, so we only have one active quest for Lonesome Road right now.
I'm back.
You're
Coffee
back?
has been produced.
Excellent. What is your preferred method of coffee production? You just have like a drip coffee maker, or like what do you got going on?
No, we actually have an espresso machine.
Oh.
I'm vaguely concerned that, like, if I started getting into, like, more, I don't want to say esoteric, but more involved methods of coffee production, like, knowing the sort of person that I am, that feels like a rabbit hole that I would just disappear all the way down, and then, like, several thousands of dollars later, I would have, like, this 15 to produce a single cup of coffee.
Yeah, it definitely feels like coffee making is one of those things now that's become just sort of like, if you're interested in coffee, have we got something to sell you? Yeah.
Yeah. And, like, I'm sure it would be a very rewarding journey. And, like, at the end of it, I would probably have coffee that I really like. But also, I already have highly ritualized hobbies into which functionally infinite amounts of money can be sunk. I don't know that I need a third one.
Is that it? Oh, there's a dude here.
That dude is not having a good time.
No, he seems to be getting electrocuted by my robot, which is like a real bad time for him. He also has a license plate on his back. Confusing.
Well, that's just, you know, because in the state of California, you gotta have a license plate.
No parking anytime across my chest. Thank you. Very good. That seems like a solid idea. Someone probably sells that shirt. Who am I kidding?
I mean, you can just go out and find a no parking anytime sign. Like, they're
And just
free.
take it? Are they free?
Yeah. Well, I mean, no one's ever charged me for one.
I see. What does that mean?
I want to try mud water in 2021. Mud water. With 1/7 caffeine of coffee, mud gives you natural energy and focus without the jitters or crash.
Does it?
Mud/Water TM is a coffee alternative consisting of organic ingredients lauded by cultures old and young for their health and performance benefits. Cacao, masala chai, turmeric, sea salt, cinnamon, chaga, cordyceps, reishi, lion's mane, nothing else.
That is an
I know,
obnoxious URL.
When I see cordyceps, I do not think something I want to drink.
Oh yeah, you know, I think we had this conversation before because I think she mentioned that to me. cordyceps, and I was like, isn't that the fungus that makes the zombies in Last of Us? And I looked it up, and I was like, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna send.
Popular culture. Cordyceps is featured in the 2013 video game The Last of Us and its 2020 sequel as the source of cannibalistic creatures resulting from humans being infected by a mutated strain of it.
The Last of Us Part 2. Some more of us.
Yeah, the rest of us.
The rest of us.
Yeah, in the ongoing saga of people not consulting me about what things should be called, The Last of Us 2 is not called The Last of Us, The Rest of Us.
Yeah, it's disappointing.
Yeah. Many problems would be much better if people just asked me what they should do, and then did it.
That's fair. I definitely hear that.
It's really the second part, which is very important though. Like, it doesn't do any good to ask me what you should do. You've also gotta follow through. It's true, Fretzel. I have consulted on one thing means that I am qualified to consult on anything.
Yeah, if you're a consultant, that means you're a consultant for everything. That's how it works.
Certainly that is the impression we try to sell to clients.
This man is getting ready to strafe right off the roof while trying to shoot at me. I really wish
I
that
see,
would
but
happen
have a point.
sometimes.
Chai is really good. Chai tea is excellent.
Chai tea is very good. I have to agree with that.
Are you just gonna go nail him?
Wow, that fires nails really fast. What is going on there? I figured if it had a clip of 90, it probably did fire somewhat fast, but I was not prepared for that. Wow, that's gotta be painful.
I mean, yeah, being perforated by a nail gun is definitely like not one of my top 10.
I just fired like
morning
50
activities.
nails into this poor man.
Yo, Fretzel got a matcha set up for Christmas.
You had a whole matcha setup? Yeah, Icy's gonna be jelly.
Yeah, that actually sounds pretty dope. Does it have like the bamboo whisk and everything? Fretzel, please tell me it has a bamboo whisk.
Why would you need a bamboo whisk? Couldn't you just have a regular whisk?
No. Trilogy. Oh my god.
What? I don't see what the big deal here is.
Nice. That's super exciting. You'll have to let me know how that is. Icy got a shaker. Oh, PMC got a shaker. Icy got PMC a shaker. PMC got Icy a shaker.
I'm not really sure where that man's going. If you make a really good drink, are you gonna say that it's a matcha made in heaven? What is that man shooting you? Oh, this is useful.
Oh, Icy just owns a shaker. Oh, a matcha shaker. I see.
Okay.
I got a second cocktail shaker for Christmas, which is very nice. Because now, like, if Turt and I want to have different drinks, we don't need to clean the shaker in between. We can just use the second shaker to make the second cocktail.
Powerful.
Yeah.
Strategic.
Like, sometimes you just gotta consider, off-the-wall optimizations like that.
No wonder you're a consultant.
they sold you a kit to make your own matcha lattes. It's actually been really interesting seeing how different businesses have sort of adjusted to this new environment where people can't do things in person. So there's definitely some stuff that I really hope continues after the world returns to a more normal scenario where it's legal and safe for people to gather in close proximity. So I know Turret and I have done several, and 100% you're going to make fun of me for this. Turret and I
Yes.
have done several tasting,
You've done what tastings?
virtual wine tastings.
Oh yeah, that's okay. Anyway, continue.
So yeah, like basically what happens is, you know, like you talk to the winemaker and you say, hey, I want to do a virtual tasting, and like sometimes an experience already on offer, and sometimes you like work with them to put it all together. But they will like ship you a bottle or two of the wine that you're going to taste, and then set up a Zoom call where you get on Zoom with, you know, the employee from the winery, and they'll run the tasting and like talk to you about the wine and the winery and how it was made, and like go over the tasting notes with you and everything. But the really nice thing about it is, since you don't need to be physically in the same place as the person from the winery, you also don't need to be in the same place as the other people in the tasting. And so what's happened is, like, Turret and I and my family and some family friends, and we all really like wine, and we really like drinking wine together. And we've been able to do these virtual tastings and sort of share, you know, these wines that we really, really like from California with people who do not live in California. And being able to have that experience has actually been really, really nice.
Okay.
So previously, the only way that we were able to do that was like everyone flew down to California, rented a house in Napa Valley for a long weekend, and, you know, hired a driver to take us from winery to winery. So, and it's nice to be able to, you know, just have sort of an abbreviated experience, but without all of the necessary setup. What is thin red paste?
Well, sometimes it's something you just harvest from people to, you know, to
Is it
heal
the
yourself.
man's blood? Did you harvest his blood?
Maybe.
Thin red paste is what's left
Doesn't he
over
keep
after
dropping
blasting
his
him with the
guns?
energy weapon.
Yeah. You know, look, sometimes you do these things. What do you? Oh, you keep. Sir, you keep dropping guns. Have you considered standing up, sir? Sir, you need help, sir. No parking anytime. You're already here. Oh, more nail gun though.
I see you've been taking yoga classes online. Alright. I can see that. You have like the mat set up in a room and then someone directing the class over Zoom.
Yep, that's pretty much what she does.
Okay.
Ooh, get some blood sausage off of this man. That was clearly something he was carrying, and not to be confused with anything else. Thank you. Alright, my robot's taking a nap. He'll be fine. Huh.
You're getting irradiated there, buddy.
I'm getting, yeah, well, you know, I'm just trying to leave a glowing review. Okay. I'm on TripAdvisor. So do I need to... So they said something about when I pick up this laser detonator, I'm going to use this laser detonator to explode things?
Well, I mean, presumably you'd use it to detonate lasers, right?
Yeah? Nah, I think it
well,
detonated
yeah,
something
that,
else.
It certainly detonated something.
Yeah. Alright. Well, you know, It'd be like that. It do be like that.
Mission accomplished.
Do you really need a special detonator to do what I just did? Couldn't we have just like activated that explosion some other way, you know?
If only there was some other way. Up until now, this was the most efficient way to detonate a warhead.
Yeah.
You mean there's a better way?
There's a better way? Be careful what you wish for, I guess.
Yo, options are good, I see. I can feel that.
Why is there? Oh, okay. I was like, what is the Dorito? No, it's just my robot asleep on the job, as usual.
Now, be careful here.
Look.
Dangerous, just immediately turn around, go out, be like, nope.
Nope.
Sorry, wrong door.
Wrong door. Didn't mean to be here. My bad. Sometimes.
Please accept my humble
Yeah,
apologies.
sometimes we need to leave. Actually, you know what? I kind of like. Oh my god, what did I get hit by? That was concerning. Better have some blood sausage. Even that out. Oh, there's a man behind me.
So, does the blood sausage heal you because, like, the quantity of blood in you is low, and, like, blood sausage lets you just sort of top that back up?
I guess so?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Sure, why not? Oh. Alright, bye. Oh. I love it when the AI gets weapons knocked out of their hand and they just have to go pick up other things. I never know what the AI is going to do in that situation. It's always very funny. Nope, I'm going to die. Oh no, I actually have the auto stim pack. Alright, there we go. Job done. Time for some fresh blood sausage, though. Holy crap.
Is the blood sausage really fresh?
I mean, I just got it. It's fresh to me.
Alright.
And it's thin red paste. Alright, you know, I think this is going to be about the time that I wrap things up for the stream. I think we'll go ahead and slap a save on here. But it was good talking to you, Coca.
Yeah, it was good talking with you too, man.
Glad to have you stop by. Seems like people enjoyed things.
Anytime. I'm always happy to serenade your stream with my